Catching the right morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
G'day, sexy friends. Welcome to the podcast. How good's this?
What the fork?
What the fork?
Yeah, we had a bit of fun with this, didn't we?
Yeah, what the fork. This was the things that are supposed to work but don't edition. And it was the smallest thing that set off Tanya, wasn't it?
Oh, Tanya. Chose Nova 919 to have a good old-fashioned, genuine rant.
It wasn't just a small rant either.
love
It was
this.
an epic proportion-sized rant. Good on you, Tanya. She's still going.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
Okay, I know this is very, very, very long overdue, but we need to talk mobile phone car mounts. Am I right?
Oh, yes. Just to paint a picture behind the scenes, each and every time we have a meeting, every morning, we're like, guys, when are we going to pull the trigger on talking about mobile phone car mounts in cars?
Which is, to be honest, it was met with, are you joking, Jody? Because none of you have car mounts, which
No.
is A, irresponsible, B, it means you're not a middle-aged white woman who needs a car mount in a
Why
car.
is it so necessary for you to have a car mount?
Because I don't want to get done for having the phone in my hand.
Well,
Don't touch it.
don't touch it.
It's a valid point. Okay, so let's talk things that work, that are supposed to work but clearly don't. So I've been through 3 car mounts now. 3 car mounts, I tell you, none of which have worked. So I got one of the vent ones that you use the clip to clip onto the vent. That didn't fit. So I took that back. I got a charge one, so it's supposed to charge when you put it into the mount. It didn't charge. I took it back to the shop. They're like, yeah, no, this doesn't work for some reason. I'm like, oh, great. So then I got one of the sucky ones, the suction ones that you're supposed to stick on your dash. That didn't stick. So by the time I took that one back, I had become a bit of a Karen about car mounts.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying to the guy behind the desk, I'm like, I know this is not your fault, but look at this thing. And I don't have a receipt. I don't have the packaging. But look, it doesn't stick. And I'm trying to stick it on the desk of Super Cheap Autos. And he's looking at me like, oh, yeah, okay. And I'm like, look, I don't want you to recommend this product to anyone else. And as he's putting it on the bench, he clips it in.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
And I'm thinking, oh, I didn't do that.
I missed that bit.
I missed that
missed
step.
that I love it as
Anyway.
well. And then you were like, I know it's not your fault as you've got your hands firmly wrapped around his neck.
So anyway, I was like, come out to my car and attach this and make it work. And so he comes out and he's holding it and he goes, I technically am not allowed to get into your car.
And in his brain, he's like, and technically I don't want to.
Technically,
You psycho.
can you please leave the store and never, ever come back?
Yeah.
Car mounts, why don't they work?
I completely feel you though. 13, 24, 10, things that don't work but they really should. It's supposed to make your life easier. Mm-hmm. Do you know what the big one for me is?
Yes.
Whippersnippers.
No.
Whippersnippers are supposed to be so, and in theory, they're so awesome. You just quickly do the edges and really tidy it up.
Yep.
I reckon I get about 45 centimetres before the line breaks.
Right.
And then it takes you about, 2 to 3 minutes
Yeah.
to re-put the line out where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, right.
It is the worst process ever. And I haven't found a whippersnipper yet. In saying that, I don't want to spend big money on a new whippersnipper.
Of course you don't. That's maybe you're being a cheapskate and that's
Well,
why your whippersnipper doesn't work.
Get what you pay for all those types of things. But even the expensive ones, one that we've got right now,
Yeah.
not convenient at all.
Okay.
Be quicker for me to get out there with a pair of scissors, I reckon.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, here's another one for you. One of those window wipers things. You know, the window ones that you use on your windows at home to make them non-streaky?
Like the electric squeegees.
Yes, even more streaky when you use them.
Are you using it upside down?
No,
What do you mean?
I think
Do you have a Kasha?
Well, I didn't want to name the brand because they might be a
They
client.
work.
It's
But
user error, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, ours doesn't work.
No, it's user error.
Do you put water in it?
Shut up, Abby.
I'll have a focaccia, thanks, Abby. I'm a little bit hungry.
Also, sorry, back to the car mount.
Yeah,
when
please.
he came out and put it into your car, is it working now? Because he clipped it on.
Yeah, now that I've clipped it on.
Oh, but the ones before, Abs, I swear.
It actually doesn't move once you clip that clip. It's pretty
It's
good.
amazing.
13, 24, 10. The things that are supposed to make your life easier and work relatively well, but just don't.
Yes.
We'd love to hear from you.
Best call as well this morning. We've got a $150 Interflora voucher. Send love this Valentine's with Interflora flowers, hampers and gifts and more delivered same day around Australia.
I just thought of one more. In a very, very, very weak moment, i.e. after a couple of fizzy lemonades, I brought this Botox cream from China because it was like, it's like Botox, but it's just cream. And it, it came in the packaging and it is, I'm not joking, Abs, it's fluorescent blue. I'm like, I can't put that on my face. My face will melt off.
Fluorescent blue. I'm just looking at your hand action too then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fluorescent blue?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Looked interesting.
Yeah. Also, you're a scammer's dream, by the way.
I know. You mean it's? I can buy 3 bottles of cream for $45 and it's going to do the same thing that $800 Botox will?
Yeah, no refunds, no refunds.
Let's go to Leanne. What the fork? Leanne?
I know, right?
Yep.
Air mattresses.
Oh, yeah, well done. It's a good
They
one.
have one job.
Support us when we sleep, please.
Yeah, I know, right? So a young fella, you were saying before about whippersnippers.
Yeah.
That's a young
Go
boy.
to Bunnings. Yeah, go to Bunnings. Not much more than $100. You don't need the cord.
Re-
They are amazing.
What do you mean? What is it?
Cordless.
So it's a whippersnipper.
Yeah.
It has a battery.
Yep.
And instead of having the cord, it's just got this little plastic thing. And you put the plastic thing on and they work amazing.
Oh,
Tip from
okay.
Leanne.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Leanne.
No worries.
Thanks,
Good.
Leanne.
Take
Good
that
luck.
for sure.
Good luck with the air mattresses. By the way, air mattresses, those pumps that are supposed to pump up as well, the electric ones, they don't work overly well
they're
either.
tough. They're
do
tough.
they? Jade. Hey, Jade.
Hey, how you going?
Good. What's your what the fork?
Stick vacuum.
Yes.
The Dyson.
Nice stick vacuum. Don't work. They run out of battery. You only get to use 10 minutes, and then you got to charge it for an hour.
Is that the skinny one? Like it's the Porden one? Yeah. We've got one of these as well, and I'm not sure if you're a little bit anal with this as well, Jade, but my wife, Cara, is in charge of that, and there's certain things that I'm not allowed to suck up. For example, almost a hair length as well. She'd be like, yes, you can suck up that bit of dust. No to that. No to that. Yes to that length of hair. No to that bit of hair because it's too long. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so sensitive.
It is.
And they're so particular. Like, I'm going to pick this up today, but tomorrow you're not going to pick that up.
I noticed that as well.
Sit out behind and make you think I picked it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Jade, I hate to speak ill of Dyson ever because the hairdryer is just the best thing on the planet and I'd marry it if I went for a third wedding. However, the Dyson vacuum cleaner is questionable. Ours has been back to the Dyson shop so many times now.
Yeah.
And for what you pay. Anyway, we love Dysons.
Yeah,
we love,
yeah, we love
Dyson,
that.
Dyson.
That's a very, very good example there.
What the fork?
What the fork? Chloe, what's your what the fork?
People's indicators, they should really work, but they don't apparently.
Yes. Oh, amen. Amen to you, Chloe. And the other thing that really, really grinds my gears and makes me go, what the fork? People who indicate as they're turning. That's not the point of it.
Sometimes I did that yesterday just because I forgot and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going now.
Tell you what, I would be straight onto the horn behind you, shaking my fist.
Okay, and you know what I would do? I'd laugh in your face.
You would make me so angry. No, you'd be there fiddling with your car mount dash, being like, oh, it's not working here.
It's actually true. I was fiddling with it at the lights yesterday and I did that thing where the light, the arrow, went orange as I realised because I'd been fiddling with my car mount that I should have been turning.
Yeah, the person behind you'd be furious.
Yes, fair enough too. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning.
Go for it. What's your what the fork?
Mine's a small item, but a lot of people have felt this pain. Shower spray that are supposed to remove the scum. I have tried every product. I always end up on my knees scrubbing. I pay the money so I don't have to do that.
Yes.
Spot on.
It don't work.
It doesn't work. Go off, Tanya. This is the place to vent.
I'm done. I have tried every... And you know what kills me, though, is that I've spent a ridiculous amount of money. Well, in this day and age, anything in the supermarket's ridiculous, but we're talking, that's the weekly luxury purchase.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't want to tip it away.
No.
I don't want to throw it away. So I actually continue spraying the whole bottle in the shower at some stage, praying that maybe this time it's going to work.
yeah.
Why?
Which is clearly the definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. But you're like, I'm just going to push through this.
Whoa.
You called it.
Tanya.
You know what?
Kills me. Why do they sell it?
Oh.
It doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah, false advertising. Goodness me.
Hey, Tanya, let's make your life just a little bit
Get
easier.
it off the market.
Oh,
Spot on.
Get it off the market. I'm done. What? They don't know what they're doing to us. I mean, look, we used to all pull out the bleach and it would work. We'd pull out salt and you know, just detergent, it would work. But we knew we'd have to scrub. So we're like, yeah, I'll spend $15, $100
Yes.
to spray.
Tanya, I'm with you. I just have to interrupt you there. Otherwise, Abby's news might be a touch late. I mean, it already is, but that's okay. And I feel your pain. I've been trying to get rid of the scum around here for a long time.
Is that why you've been spraying me with that, is it? Hey, Tanya, can we give you a little $100 Interflora voucher, please? Because we love your story.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you can have my scum.
Yeah, that's all right.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
It's Wednesday, huh?
Love it. You two finished?
Straighten us up here, Abs. Hit us with some post-snooze news, the stories we need to know.
Straighten up. Okay, Balfour's, obviously, as we know, was bought out by the Oz Pico, who were over in Western Australia. There's going to be some big changes to some Balfour's products that we know. So hot cross buns, gone. Won't be selling them anymore. Hot cross buns are off the list. They're also discontinuing the little kid-sized frog cakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And they're actually also giving us another option because the frog cakes, as we know, they can be pretty
Sweet.
So they're actually going to do a buttercream version.
Oh.
So
that's
it's
better.
a little bit less sickly.
They are actually, bless them, the frog cakes.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, that's an injection of sugar. That's
Yeah.
like a week's worth of sugar in one hit.
But also, are they
yeah.
killing off the baby frogs? Is
Yeah.
that what
Yeah, the little baby frogs. So I'm disappointing, but I think they've obviously got to go through a revamp. That's what happens when you get taken over usually. As long as they don't touch the sprinkle donuts, then I won't be angry.
We have an expression around here that we cannot say on air, but you are a something for a sprinkle donut, aren't you?
Absolute something and so on for a sprinkle
Balfour's,
donut.
if you ever need a sprinkle donut enthusiast, you contact me.
And boy, have we got a slogan for you.
Feel like your new slogan's going to go viral.
Newsy.
Oh my goodness, maths last night. Apparently just so full of dramas. And let's just catch up with this because your favourite couple, our girl Eden, who is the daughter of Phil Harper, who's worked at the Crows for many
Yeah,
years.
we're Team Eden, we're rooting for Eden.
Yep. Hooked up with Jaden. If I want to go back to the group chat, you were like, "Oh, Jaden's so nice.
Well, okay.
Isn't he so lovely?"
I think you misquoted me there.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I
there
didn't.
were-
Can you find the group chat, please, and find exactly where he defended Jaden, said he was so lovely.
There's a few red flags.
Yep.
Sure, a man bun with a scrunchie, that might be a red flag in itself. The whole kickboxing, there's nothing wrong with that. But you thought, well, which direction are we going to go here? But then on the wedding day, the fact that he was so nervous, and there was one stage where he was like, "Oh, she doesn't like me," and she was like, "I really, really like him."
You fell for that.
I fell for it.
That was classic
I fell for
man
it.
just fishing off a jetty for compliments.
Men, eh? Who needs it?
Oh, how long does he kickbox for?
24 hours a day. There we go. Don't misquote me, producer.
Come on, Em.
Anyone watching Maths, I like Eden's partner from Andrew Hayes. Producer Zoe had some thoughts, and then Andrew goes, "I think he is sweet," with a crying, sweet emoji.
Wow.
Zoe, man, he's wearing a scrunchie. Andrew Hayes, this is true, and I can't defend him for that.
Yeah, that's true. But also, I was trying to look past all the superficial
You
stuff.
think he's sweet?
You think he's sweet?
Anyway, what's happened, Jodes? Has he turned a corner, has he?
Oh, he's turned a corner. And so it was revealed last night that he got payback on his cheating ex. So he was in a relationship, she cheated. And so then he said, "That's fine. I am going to sleep with your best friend and you can watch."
Yeah. Confessions week will always undo you.
It'll get
Dear
you.
Eden, my ex-girlfriend cheated on me. She was going on dinner dates, movie dates, and I even had guys openly admit to me in person that they had slept with her. I told her that I was willing to give her another chance, but I'm going to sleep with her best friend while she watches. One of her friends agreed to do it. So after a little bit of chatting for a few days, it happened.
Do you regret that, though?
I don't regret it.
Okay. First of all, it's a really bad situation that he got himself into. But if he could have ever so slightly saved himself, do you regret it? I don't regret it. Just
double down.
say you do
serious?
regret it, mate.
What do you
It's
mean?
a bad situation he got himself into.
Well, yes.
Come on.
Is it? Oh, sorry. It's a good situation.
No. He knew exactly what he was doing. It's not like whoops, I accidentally just crashed the car.
Yeah.
He got himself into that very quick. Like, he could have, she's cheated, I'm going to move on and get out of this. But he was the one that went, I'm going to get her back by doing this.
I have to agree with Abby here. He set up the whole scenario.
Might have been an accident. He might have slipped on a rock.
Oh, yeah, he slipped over and all of a sudden, bang, the best friend's underneath him.
Oh, no, and you're watching. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, this is crazy.
Newsy. Was that news, though?
No, sure. Hey, just to wrap this up, what about the West Indies yesterday?
Yeah.
86.
Ooh.
So to put this out there, I don't want to channel too many SEN vibes, but 86, this is why ODI cricket is dying. The West Indies, one of the great countries.
Powerhouses.
For white ball cricket, put up 86, their lowest score ever. Australia, which was probably, as a whole, a B-grade side compared to some of the guys who were out. Absolutely gobbled it up. Very, very disappointing. So much so that one of the top order batsmen didn't even review when clearly he edged it onto his pads.
Yeah, right.
If it was a different company, if it was a different country, you would claim that maybe they were match fixing. That's all I'll say. That's all I'd say. It was that bad, Jodes.
Hey, you know how you weren't going for SEN vibes?
I channeled, didn't I?
Still got them.
0427 154 166. Oh my gosh, I still know the text. Some unbelievable research has crossed my desk. Very, very alarming.
And I've always said about you, research, finger on the pulse.
Oh, yeah. Great segue, by the way.
Oh.
Let's talk about fingers in particular. The link between Alzheimer's disease
Yes.
and picking your nose.
What?
So it makes sense. Basically, it means that if you're transferring all these germs from your fingers into your nose, so the more that you pick your nose, the stronger chance you have of getting Alzheimer's disease.
Oh, you're in real trouble.
Oh my gosh, I'm in so much trouble.
Oh, no.
So much of my day is spent picking my nose.
I would love a little dash cam in your car trained on you, because obviously you think your car's invisible and no one can see you knuckles deep. You would sit there fishing for hours.
Yeah, you say knuckles deep. I say fist deep sometimes. Sometimes 2 or 3 fingers per nostril both times.
Like that.
That's upwards of 6 fingers in my face at one time.
6 fingers at a go. And I feel sad for you, because there'd be nothing left. There'd be no gold left to mine in that nose of yours.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Abandon the mine, for goodness sake. Find a new spot.
Board up the entrance.
I'm hoping, though, Jodes, it's just one of those medical urban legends.
Right.
You know those little things that you got told as a kid?
Yeah.
Which maybe you discovered as an adult. You're like, that is absolute BS.
Yeah.
For example, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
No.
Incorrect.
No.
The doctor's still going to knock on your door.
No.
He'll find something, because a single apple to give you a full bill of health, so much so that you don't need to go see a medical professional, it's not going to happen.
Because if your diet consists of a litre of bourbon, a packet of Doritos and 68 cigarettes, the doctor ain't staying away.
No. Absolutely spot on.
The doctor's not going to go, he's all right, he's had his apple.
Yeah. 2 litres of bourbon per day?
Yeah.
Mixed with some delicious nacho cheese Doritos? Sure, it sounds delicious in theory. Holistically, not good for you. Apple's going to do absolutely nothing.
That apple ain't going to save you.
Swallowing gum stays in your gut for 7 years. Incorrect.
Not true?
That's not true. Apparently it's like 3 or 4 days at the most.
Yeah, right, okay.
Coincidentally enough, my son, who's 5 years old, he's in year 1, he told me that the other day. He said, guess what?
What?
Told me that stat.
Yeah.
I thought it's amazing after all of these years.
Still going around.
That little urban legend is still doing the rounds.
Yeah, and all the marketers at the chewing gum companies are like, can we get rid of that?
Yeah, geez, swallow gum. Get some more. It's fine.
Can someone debunk that theory, please?
Yeah, you'll get some gluey guts, but that's fine for a few days. Watermelons will grow in your stomach if you swallow the seeds.
Ooh.
Incorrect.
Right, okay, that's
You're
not...
like, well, how do you explain this big belly?
That's a baby.
Yeah, that's either a baby or too many beers. Just lay off all that extra junk food.
Maybe that big burrito you had for lunch, Del.
Yeah, and
shouldn't have had the rice in it. Shouldn't have.
No, you shouldn't have.
No.
You shouldn't have had the chipotle sauce either.
No.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Catches up with you though, doesn't it?
It really does.
And finally, too much self-pleasure time will make it fall off. I don't want to talk about it. Roll the ads, please. Welcome to Newsreader Abby.
Good morning.
Yeah, so big week for Stephen Marshall, who was our Premier for one term and then was unceremoniously defeated in the 2022 election. Out he went and then was the member for Dunstan, and now he is not.
He went into Parliament yesterday. Well, he didn't actually go into Parliament. Let's start again. He resigned. So he's resigned from state politics. It's triggered a by-election in the Dunstan electorate. We'll find out the date of that tomorrow. But it got me thinking about a trend, essentially, that's been sort of doing the rounds since 2022. It's called quiet quitting.
Oh.
It's essentially doing, Andrew Hayes, the least amount, like just the bare minimum to keep your job. It's the bare minimum to keep your job before essentially you either find a new one or you get ousted.
Enough so the money keeps on rolling.
Yeah, essentially. Yep. So it just got me thinking of Stephen Marshall. He was our premier. He got defeated.
Yep.
We haven't really seen much from him over the last few months or the last year.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was, okay, I'm resigning from politics. And he didn't actually go into Parliament yesterday to hand in his resignation letter.
Nice.
So to me, that is a form of quiet quitting.
Just slip Dan Cregan, the speaker, a little text. Dan won't be in tomorrow.
Yeah. So I've got some stuff on.
I've sent you a letter in the post. If you could read it out, please.
Yeah.
Anyway, it got me thinking about, are there any jobs or are there people out there who are doing this?
Yeah.
Who are actively doing this, who do the absolute bare minimum just to keep their pay packet.
But also Adelaide is such a small town. If you're looking for another job, it's very hard to keep that on the down low.
Yeah.
And then what happens if you don't get said job and then everyone knows about it and you've got to stay where you are?
Yeah, you have to have the job locked in, don't you?
Yeah.
But then what to say if they're like, oh, your next job starts in June. You're like, well, I need to keep on working up until at least a couple of weeks before June. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quietly quit, and that is do the absolute bare minimum. Just make sure that paycheck keeps on rolling through.
And then slip out the door.
Yeah.
I think the queen, hang on, before you even start this story, we were going to say the queen of silent quitting would be Abby.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm a very good worker, thank you.
Sometimes.
I went through a bit of a stage when I was younger,
Yeah.
just working in pubs and being silly.
Yeah, that would be a big one. Hospitality.
Oh, yes.
I do remember, I've got two stories. There was one where I was working for a pub and I really wasn't liking it. I was hating it. And they kept giving me restaurant shifts. And I'm like, I hate being in the restaurant. I hate serving people. I want to be behind the bar.
Feels like you're talking about the Line Hotel.
Never worked there, just partied very hard. And so essentially they kept, they were putting on the roster and I would call in sick or whatever. And then it got to the point I think I had one shift and I'd already found another job. So I just kind of never went back.
See, that's funny. I haven't quite quit on a company, but several companies have quite quit on me.
Right.
And that is where you turn up expecting to work and they've done that to you. They've sort of phased you out without even telling you.
Yeah.
So it happened to me at the Greenwood Hotel in North Sydney when I was about 19. I literally turned up and they were like, no, you're off the roster.
What?
You don't work here ananymore.
Wow.
It really hurt my soul.
Oh.
Instead of
How
carrying
old
on, I was 19, so I was an awful worker.
Yeah.
We thought
Just
it'd
that,
be
let's be honest.
really appropriate to have a few drinks before you started work because we're glassies, picking up glasses and all sorts of things. But it also happened at the Come By Chance Hotel when I was playing music there.
Oh, my God.
Forgot to turn up for one shift and then went back to go the next time. They're like, don't worry, you don't work anymore. Have the rest of the day off. And I said, okay.
That's the big one, I think, when they go, oh, there's no more shifts or you don't have any shifts on the roster. That's a clear to anyone listening.
Tell everyone what you did at Stereos.
I can't talk about that without my lawyer present. No, okay. So I forgot to get tickets for whatever reason, and I said that I would volunteer. I said that I would volunteer work behind the bar because then I was like, well, stoked, then I can still go and get in because I'd forgotten to get tickets. And then I got there and ended up not working.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Okay.
So you're the reason why Stereosonic, the music festival, folded.
Yep.
If you've got a good example, please text us through 0400 919 919.
Abby was sacked from a volunteer position.
Yeah, it's unbelievable,
Isn't it?
You've really got to go out your way to be that bad. Hey, Tay-Tay 5K standby list. We're going to give you another opportunity via a blitz in around about 13 minutes' time. So keep it locked and over. I do love your accent, I must say, Jodes.
My accent?
You've got this sort of Gold Coast Tassie twang going about it. I'm just kidding. And why is that necessarily a bad thing? Could be a beautiful thing. Did you notice, though, when you moved to South Australia, that South Australians had a different accent?
Yeah, because we're God's country, right? We're English, essentially. And we just say things a little bit posher.
Yeah.
It's not Grant. It's Grant.
We say dance instead of dance.
Yeah.
We're less nasally in South Australia.
We say Lego instead of Lego.
No, we don't. We say Lego because the rest of not just the country but the world says Lego. Why are we different?
I only say that because I know how pissed off it makes you.
It really grinds my gears. Let's talk sexy accents, though.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Austria.
Austria? Well then, g'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, absolutely. A new survey has revealed that the Italian accent is considered the most attractive, booting the French accent off the top of the list. Makes so much sense, doesn't it?
It's me, Mario.
Oh, watch out, ladies.
Is he Italian?
He's Italian.
Yeah, okay.
Mario and Luigi.
Well, shockingly, I haven't played a lot of Mario Kart.
No, you were playing Atari.
Wow.
You see yourself
the
up
hits
for
just
these
keep
things.
on coming this break,
You
don't
set
they?
yourself up for these things.
Oh, I don't.
Let's put it out there, though.
Yeah.
13, 24, 10, the sexiest accent. And do you have the sexiest accent? What country are you from?
Yeah, we'd love to hear from
What's
you.
the top of your list?
We'll be the judge. I love South African.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit different, I know.
There's a bloke here who works as a tech. His name is Gary. You love Gary's accent. Is that what you're saying?
I don't love Gary.
Whoa, watch out, Gary.
That's not. I like Gary's accent.
Okay.
I don't love Gary.
Right.
I'm not tempted to go down to the engineering department and jump Gary, if that's what you were asking.
So what you're saying is you take Gary's accent on David Beckham's body.
I'd take anyone's accent on David Beckham's body.
Fair enough. For me, it's a beautiful Scottish accent, isn't it?
Yeah, it has to be.
I mean, for example, just listen to two beautiful, fine Scottish tradesmen having a pretty civilised, normal conversation, we can only assume, in the heart of Glasgow.
Don't put too much weight on it, right? Where the f*** am I meant to put my weight? Wait, I can't put my weight in the roof, it's dead fun, I can't hold on to it. What am I meant to do with it? Oh, you don't do what the f*** 5 minutes? You wank Steve. Don't shift your weight up. What the f*** are you talking about?
Makes you weak at the knees,
Oh
doesn't it?
my God, I'm so turned on.
You know the other one, though, as well, that does it for me?
What?
There's a few. Of course, you've got the Kiwi accent.
Oh no, I'm beached, bro. I'm beached ears. You're beached ears. Tell me something I don't know. Bro, you're heaps beached ears.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, goodness.
Little fellas
me.
down there. Also, don't mind...
Did you know, sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off, but how about people getting mixed up with the Kiwi accent and the Australian accent?
Oh, it's
they
so
are
different.
totally different.
It's so different. So compare that to, I don't know, this.
People are entitled to their sexual proclivities. You know, let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom as far as I'm concerned. But I ain't spending any time on it because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person is torn to pieces by a crocodile in North Queensland.
Spot on. Well said, Bob.
Oh my God. If those Scottish blokes fighting didn't do it for me, I am so horny now.
Yeah, I know. And if you were horny then, wait till you listen to this.
Suchin Tendulkar.
Donald Trump. Just really taking you to the next level. 13, 24, 10. If you've got a sexy accent that you think can beat all of those accents, give us a call or send us a text 0400 919 919.
Ooh, you ain't stand.
We're going back in time. Hazy's on this daisy.
Oh, yeah, you heard Bird Turds. Time for a little trip down memory lane. The Wednesday edition, Joes. 7th of February. You want to jump on board?
Yeah, go on then.
All right, you can drive. 19. Oh, you never get to drive. That's nice.
I know.
That's really nice.
Thank you so much. You think because you're the bloke, you have to drive all the time.
I don't think that. I just don't trust you driving.
Oh, wow. Just because I've got scratches all down each side. Anyway.
The dings in your car are just unbelievable. 1965, Chris Rock was born in Andrews, South Carolina. He's 59 today. And we all remember when he got the absolute piss slapped out of him by Will Smith.
Oh, no.
I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Where were you when that happened?
I was in the newsroom.
Yeah.
And we all watched it. And everyone watched it like it was a big... It just felt like a genuine stunt.
Yes.
Like it couldn't possibly be real.
Yeah, I remember I was in a hotel room because we were on holidays and I watched it unfold in real time. I was like, is this a joke? Is he joking?
Yeah.
But just the way when he said, get my wife's name out of your mouth, I was like, oh no, this is like 100% genuine.
You're like, I'm in the background applauding going, what an actor. What an actor. Will Smith.
Give him an Oscar.
Give him an Oscar right now. 1993, Shaquille O'Neal slam dunked the basketball so hard that he broke the backboard.
Whoa.
This was against the Phoenix Suns. It delayed the game by 35 minutes.
Shaquille, what? Now, I've never seen that. Hold on to the roof. The Shaq attack.
I reckon it was the Shaq rule because he went through a few backboards where they had to genuinely redo the way, the design and everything for these backboards to make sure it didn't happen again. Number one song on Feb 7th in 2008 was Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. Leona didn't do much, but this was a great song.
This was enough.